Today, we'll be learning the correct way to use OTR profile gauges using a set of OTR profile field gauges. To do this, we will be measuring three components: the wheel rim, the lock ring, and the bead seat. Step 1. Identify the wheel rim base. Using the underside of each gauge, insert into the lock ring groove as well as the O-ring groove. This gauge is clearly not a good match and thus incorrect for this profile. This gauge is close, however is not a good match and is also incorrect for this profile. This gauge fits extremely well and will be used as part of Step 2, identifying the correct lock ring. Note, it is possible to have more than one gauge successfully pass Step 1. Because of this, it is important to measure all of the OTR profile gauges provided. In our example, we only had one match. Step 2. Identifying the lock ring using the match gauge or gauges successfully passing Step 1. Identifying the lock ring consists of two parts. Part 1. Visually comparing the silhouette cutout shape on the profile gauge to the end profile of the lock ring. The second part of Step 2 is making sure the end portion of the OTR profile gauge fits the end profile of the lock ring, and it does. Step 3. Matching the interface angle of the OTR profile gauge with the angle of the bead seat. It is important to make sure the gauge is flush on both sides of the angle. As you can see, this is a perfect match. We have now confirmed that these three components, the wheel rim, the lock ring and the bead seat, are a perfect match within our three-step process and can now be assembled.